Well, shoot. Well, door has a problem. I know this is fairly common. The wife says she went to close the door to do a drain cycle on it, and the door was just buzzing, and she went to try to jiggle the door, and when it came open, this part broke off and was stuck in there, and she had to pull it out with the pliers. I know that's not uncommon, certainly. The real question is, we've got... I'm not sure what's going on in here. Something don't look right, which is presumably what was causing the problem. So I'm going to have to pull this latch to take a look at it. But either way, this is the other problem. So we've got standing water in here. And it doesn't stink like drain water. So presumably the fill valves are leaking. We're not positive because we've tried closing the valves and it still shows up, but it takes like a day or so to show up or longer. So I'm going to have to investigate that further. So I guess I'm going to start by opening this up and see what's behind here, and can I get it out through here, or do I got to get it out through taking the front cover off? It looks like it probably comes out through the front because it's got a surface mount screw. Obviously this part's pretty easy. So let's pop this out and take a look. Okay, the latch is from the back, and there was a screw underneath this little part that flips up. This part flipping up is interesting. I'm not sure. It makes me wonder, is this actually designed to make it so that you can prop the door open, maybe? I don't know. I don't know why else that would be there. I never really looked at it before. So, yeah, just got to get the front off of this thing, and figure I got to do that anyways, so pull it apart. I'm actually going to take the door off the hinge just so it's out of the way, so the weight and the swinging of this is out of the way as well. All right, I popped the top off. There was about 6 screws along the back, Phillips screws, that I took off. Then the top popped off, and I've also pulled out some screws along the plastic here to see, because I'm guessing there's probably other screws behind here. There's a bracket. Looks like I got to take this one out and this one. Maybe I can get this control panel loose. It's my first look at the fill valves, and those look exactly like some I was looking at online.
Oh yeah, they do.
So that's good. I mean, they're probably somewhat universal. And I mean, I figured I'm just going to start with replacing these because these aren't that expensive. I think it was like maybe 40 bucks on Amazon or less. Yep, that's going to be probably the wiring diagram. Take a look, open it up and see.
Does this have the model number on it? Because you can cross that.
This probably covers, yeah, this probably covers multiple models.
Well, it's to figure out the exact, like...
Yeah, I'm just going to get one that looks right because most of the time that's pretty close. I'm sure there's a sticker on the back of the washer somewhere. It might be. We can look it up. But yeah, most washers and dryers, I shouldn't say most, I mean so far I've seen all washers and dryers have the wiring diagram inside the unit when you pop the cover off. So like this has books for like trouble codes because these things can give you error codes. And then of course the wiring diagram. I have a previous video on my channel where I've done some repair to that dryer and kind of gone through the same thing. The wiring diagram is extremely helpful. So I'm just going to, I don't need that yet, but obviously we'll hang on to it and get the rest of this popped apart. Okay, so, yep, once I had those screws out, this panel popped off pretty easy, and then just to disconnect it, it's really simple. You can kind of see this one's exposed. There's just a little tab that I'm going to push down and just wiggle the connector right off, and there we go. Easy enough. The control panel is disconnected. Set that aside, and I see there's 3 screws up top, and then there's probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 screws along the bottom, and some nasty dust. Gross. So, that's what I'm going to take apart next. Alright, so I've taken out 4 screws along the bottom and the 3 screws up top, and then most likely it's got a lift. Yep, there we go. And let's see what else is snagging on us here.
Could be the boot.
No, it's wiring. Take a look. The wiring is pulled tight right here.
Oh.
So I just have to unplug this. And then, yeah, we have to separate the boot somehow. How does that work?
It comes...
Does it come off from inside here? Is that what you saw in one of those videos?
Yeah.
I actually haven't watched any videos on how to take this thing apart yet. Well, let me see if I can look at this first anyways.
Should I stop it?
No.
Oh.
Here we go. Here is the latch mechanism. It's got it's a spring like protruding out of there.
Oh.
And I guess the question is, can I trick it into operating to drain the system? I might just need to take this thing apart anyways to take a look at it and figure out what's up with that spring. And it looks like it just kind of snaps together with these little tabs. So like, what happens if I just try to open this up? Oh, I gotta unplug it, I guess. So it looks like the plugs kind of hold part of it together. Okay. Looks like there's another little tab here to push in. Maybe? Maybe not? Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's see what the hell is inside here. Okay, it opens like that. Oh yeah, look at that. See, there's the broken spring. Oh, I wonder if this is a solenoid, because look, here's contact pins right here.
Yeah.
That's probably the part that tells it when the door is locked or unlocked. So, we've just got to figure out how... Oh, there's another set of contact pins there. So, that's electromagnet. Okay, so that's the mechanism that locks it so that you can't open the door. It pulls on this. This is what you were hearing that was making the buzzing sound.
Yeah.
Was this piece. So, can I get this little chunk out of here? Because maybe we can fix this thing to some degree. Convoluted little bastard, isn't it? I mean, it's just got all sorts of crap going on here. This little guy here is on top of this. Good grief. It's like, which pieces are which here? This part must shoot forward. Yeah, this part shoots forward. Like that. Okay, I bet you what we can do to trick this thing into thinking the door is closed is take my screwdriver and just kind of... Might not be thick enough. I think I might need to use the other screwdriver to wedge it in here. Or not even the screwdriver. I'll use one of... Get out of there. One of these little bits. Because there's a decent amount of space. So if I take and wedge this guy forward and shove this screwdriver bit in here, that is more or less holding these contacts together and these contacts together. So let's have some fun here, huh? We're gonna plug this guy back in, this guy back in, and then I'm gonna plug this into its harness, and then we get our control panel. And this is where people would normally like turn the breaker back on or plug the machine back in, but I didn't unplug shit. So there's the boozings. Okay. Alright. Well, it doesn't say the door's open, so how about spin only? Okay, we're running the pump.
That just seems like a lot of water.
It does seem like a lot of water, which is why I can only think it's got to be coming from those valves.
Ew.
Oh yeah, I guess that water gets stinky sitting there. It's spinning. Not spinning fast, obviously, but I can hear the pump is run dry. So we'll go ahead and we'll hit cancel. Yep, and still thinks the door is locked. And so we'll let it just sit there like that for a bit. But after it's done saying it's locked, eventually, and I'm going to unplug and maybe see if we can find a replacement. I could probably fix this thing if I needed to, but that plastic where the spring in looks kind of janky, so I think we should just replace it. And at the same time, we'll replace these stupid water valves. So I guess we'll come back to it when we have some parts. Well, one of the parts arrived, made in China. The latch mechanism. So, gonna install that, test that out. The water valve that I ordered was supposed to be here today, but Amazon suddenly decided, nope, fuck you. So, we canceled that order and ordered another one that should be here tomorrow. Tomorrow is laundry day, so... But at least fixing this, I can do the laundry the way it is, even if I don't replace that, so whatever. But, in the meantime, we do have water in here again. And so even though I had the valves off, we still got water in there, which is puzzling until we think about the fact that, sure enough, this valve, that's actually warm, the hot water valve, doesn't actually close all the way, seal all the way. So, let's see. I don't know how long it'll take, but it didn't take too long earlier. And I mean, you can even see, look at the calcium inside there, the buildup. That calcium buildup in there is what's made that valve malfunction anyways. But basically, even though the valve is shut, it's obviously still leaking a small amount of water past that valve. Which, oh, look, there it is. Here it comes. Blop. Just like that. Sure enough. Yep. So, that was really messing with my head, because even though I had the valve shut, we still had water coming in the tub. So there we go. That definitely answered that. By disconnecting them, it kind of confirms that. So, I'm going to get this swapped out and then drain the tub and make sure the door functions. Okay, so... I mean, they sure look about the same. And I never really looked up a model number. I just looked at general parts for this more or less type of machine and looked for one that looked the same on the pictures on the Jungle website. And I mean, this looks right to me, so fuck it. I guess we'll just install it and see what's going to happen. So, I gotta re-disconnect this.
Re-disconnect?
Yep, yeah, because I had reconnected it, never disconnected it. And then this guy here. Let's see, it's best to plug the connectors in here and then put that in. It's like some of these blades looks like they're kind of a little, like, see how that one's a little high there?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it was made by a 5-year-old in China, so, I mean, can't expect perfection. There we go. You just gotta shove it in, maybe spit on it, you know.
Oh my god.
Whatever it takes to get it in, you know. Alright, so, now this was the funny part, is last time I had just kind of, okay, wait, where did I put... Alright, old latch, parts of the old latch, and then, okay, the screws I took out of the thing, they all should be sitting down here on the floor.
There's some screws there too.
Well, you know what? Those might be the ones because they're shiny and silver.
Yeah.
You'll notice, like, these ones are kind of dull.
Yeah.
These ones may well be the ones that hold the latch together. There's a piece of plastic somewhere that I misplaced.
A piece of plastic.
Because I'm an idiot. I see it. It's right here. It's got some fuzzy schmoo stuck to it. This guy.
Oh.
This goes through the outside and
yeah.
attaches what for. So it must have been, okay, it was inside like this, right?
Yeah.
Shiny screws make sense. So we're just going to go with shiny screws. So I'm just going to have to feed this down in here and kind of hold it in place, or got to kind of put the wiring in there, and then sure, you know, and then just kind of, I don't know, put that there, and a shiny screw. I mean, screws aren't that special, you know? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. The only reason I'm assuming the shiny screw thing anyways is because that's the way it is on the dryer. The ones that you see are shiny. They fit good.
So then they're probably it.
They're probably fine. Exactly. Okay, there we go. So, and then we're not going to lose the screwdriver inside the machine. Let's not do that. That would be stupid. But I do a lot of stupid shit. Plug that in, and then this thing somehow it's got these little pegs here, I see. And then if you can kind of see inside here, there's there's this little funny ass opening thing. So the pegs, I'm gonna have to go in the holes there and then down. Okay, yeah, easy enough. And then a whole shit ton of screws hold them together. So sit my lazy ass down here on the ground and start reassembling a bunch of screws. Okay, so screws, a couple screws in the bottom, secure, and then I got to put the door back on, which has the little hook doodle here. It actually hangs on here, and this looks like plastic, but it's actually metal.
Oh,
that's kind of cool. So I just got to kind of hang it on there. And then, of course, it flops around until I put the screws in there. And, as a matter of fact, these are actually a fine threaded screw. They're a little different than the other screws that are in there. And I could tell anyways because, well, there's 3 of them. And 3. So, I guess 2 plus 2 is 4, minus 1 is 3 quick maths.
Oh, my God.
You know, everyday man's on the block. Smoke trees.
Is that a ratcheting screwdriver?
Yeah.
Oh.
See that girl in the park? That girl is a uckus. When the thing went quack, 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 you man would duck it.
What's that other screw on the ground?
I don't know.
For the
extra
top?
parts? Probably.
For the top?
Most likely something for in there. I'm sure we'll figure it out. And if there's extra parts, well, whatever.
Isn't that kind of what ends up happening when you take stuff like this apart?
They put
Well, no,
they put extra screws in, you know, just in case.
No, I'm just saying, like, doesn't that happen with everybody?
That is the joke. Doesn't happen that often for me, but once in a while it do.
That's probably a screw for the top.
Well, one of the problems, too, that I've run into with the dryer especially is...
What about this screw?
Yeah, it's for the top piece here.
Okay.
The plastics get brittle.
Yeah.
And the plastics that the screw grabs into break. So then you can't put the damn screw back in anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we got to replace this little guy.
Oh yeah, because that
we
guy's
got
broken.
white ones and gray ones. And so far as I could tell, there was no difference. So maybe it's literally just a color thing. Oh, you want a gray one? Here's a gray one. Let's just come out of here.
There's 2 screws.
Is there 2 screws? There is 2 screws. I thought it was one, and it like popped on a little thingy.
No.
A hook dingle. The dingus end. Yeah, I see. Once again, shiny screws. And then this is... Sure, that made it in the trash.
It didn't.
It's fine.
Okay.
And then we got the dingus end on the top.
Yeah, the top part is what broke.
And the thing that fingers the rear end.
The top is what I pulled out of the old one.
Yeah.
It got brittle, I guess.
So this just works like the shocker. You know, it's just one in the bottom and one in the top.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Technical term. Yeah. I got this screwdriver for $5 at Menards. Actually, it was free. It was a birthday gift from Menards.
Oh.
I love it. That doesn't feel right.
No.
Well, it is. I mean, it is hitting the latch. It's hitting the dingus end. I guess we just see what happens.
Should I stop it for a second?
No. No, we're live. Let's go. This is how we learn.
I mean, it does lock when it starts.
Well, that's the question. I mean, it's supposed to. And so if it does, then we're good. This guy just kind of... It doesn't matter right now. All right, let's see what happens here. Okay. Ah,
Okay.
see? Okay. And it's pumping.
It's gonna stink in a minute.
Pumping! Oh, it's gonna stink, yeah. This thing is just really weird. Like,
Oh, that's where some of those screws go.
yeah. Yeah, because there's like 1, 2, 3 here. And then there's one on the top here. And the weird part is just getting this stupid thing on here. It's got a little... You gotta put this part in first. And then this part you gotta kind of lift up and go over the edge. So there's 5 screws that we need to hold this together. And we have 2.
So we're gonna find screws quick.
Okay, found the other screws. I forgot I had a pile on here. So, it's done pumping. Remember how last time it would sit on the screen forever?
Yeah.
And we actually just heard it unlock.
Yeah.
Because the last time I stopped it, I hit cancel, and it just kept saying, please wait.
Yeah.
And I just waited and waited and waited, and eventually I hit cancel again, and it just turned off. And I never heard anything change, but the door then unlocked, so... I mean, yeah, I expect to feel a little more, like, tension, but maybe it's not supposed to.
No.
Because it's been like that the whole time we've had it.
Yeah.
But, given... This thing was 7 years old when we bought it secondhand off of the Face Space.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that latch might have been kind of fucky for a long time.
Yeah.
So, I'm pretty happy with that. So, yeah, I'm just going to put it back together, and I see one here that looks a little shinier than the others, so I'm going to put that here in this top one.
Our part for this hasn't shown up yet, not till tomorrow, I guess.
Yep, yeah.
So, there will be
We will continue
tomorrow.
But if the part doesn't show up until later in the evening, we can at least still do our laundry with the top of this off, because it doesn't have to have the top on to run.
No.
It just needs this front door to be in place.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I guess we'll come back to this tomorrow. Yep, the washing water valve hasn't shown up yet, but I'm at least able to do the laundry as I planned. Just kind of interesting watching this thing bobble around inside here. Yeah, well, hopefully that part will arrive today yet. But even if it doesn't, we'll at least get laundry done. Turbo, guess what? Any thoughts? No? You've always got a lot to say. What do you think, Nunu? Is it time to finally fix that fucking washer with this mysterious Chinese part that may or may not fit? It's time to find out. All right, well, it looks more or less right. Don't really know how these come out of there yet.
It looks like there's a tab right here.
Yeah, I don't know if I have to take that out or not. So obviously I've disconnected the hoses. And then they might just pull out of there and that plastic thing might stay in. And then it looks like it might actually be a couple of screws. 1, 2, maybe more that I can't feel. Let me see. Oh yeah, screws in annoying places is kind of what it feels like. Feels like there might be 3. Yeah, it's not something you can really see. So, I guess we're going to start by just kind of disconnecting this. It looks like they just got a little tab to lift up. Let's see. Oh yeah, simple enough. Lift the tab up. The connectors are actually color coordinated to match the solenoids. Though these solenoids are all the same. But we can always just use this as a reference, so I'm not too worried about it. I mean, otherwise you can always take a picture of it ahead of time. So that looks pretty good. So let me see now if I can get these screws out of here. Okay, so I got 3 screws out, and then I pushed the little tabs to remove this little plastic thing, because that does have to come out. It actually feels like it's hinged attached to this, but that is giving me enough space to, there we go, wiggle them free. Look at that. So, a little bit of water in it. So these gaskets probably need to transfer. Yeah, they're just rubber seals. Okay. Ew, that one's slimy.
Oh.
A little bit, for whatever reason.
Calcium? Or
Oh,
hard
maybe.
water?
Maybe.
I mean, this part's probably never been changed.
No, I doubt it. I'm sure it's original. So, these all appear to be the same. So simple enough. Could possibly use a little bit of lube, but they should be fine. Let's see. The holes feel good, and they're plenty wet, so... That's a piece of drilling that wasn't cleaned out of the hole.
Oh.
That's funny. So then, we'll just put those through there, and then line these up here. I'll show this. Yeah, so it's just got 3 holes there. And then apparently it catches on everything. And then just kind of line up all 3 and give her the old shove. Yeah, okay. Now I'm going to very delicately bring the screwdriver back in there. The other thing I did is I found a shorter screwdriver because I needed a little more space, because obviously there's not a lot in here. So sometimes it's good to hang on to these Chinese screwdrivers. You just never know when you're going to need them. Oh, another screw just went down into the pit of despair. That's okay. We have extras for the top. We don't need all 4 of them. They have the same screws. It'll be fine. You'll see. Okay, I got the screws back in. And I'm just going to go ahead and say, if anything's going to make you curse the name of whatever deity you believe in, most likely it's going to be putting these screws back in. Where the hell's the other one? Ah, for cripe snacks, I can't even hardly see it. Ah, there it is, right there, that one. It's a matter of very delicately, without a lot of space, getting your hand in here, holding the screwdriver and the screw. I mean, I was able to put my hand in from underneath here. Because, of course, you also don't want to drop the screwdriver in the pit of despair, because, well, then you have to decide whether or not it's worth trying to fish out a screwdriver, or do you just consider that screwdriver a loss forever? Luckily, I did not drop my Chinesium screwdriver. So there we go. So now it's in. And then this little guy is just kind of like a thing that, I don't know, holds them in place, I guess. It just kind of pushes on there to some extent. Maybe it's a two-handed operation.
Probably.
I guess I have to pull the red out a little bit maybe to get it to slide around here. It's one of those things that's kind of squared, so there we go. Okay. I still don't know what the hell this thing is, but I mean, whatever. It doesn't even turn all the way to lock like it says it will, and this is just how it was, so must be fine, right? So luckily, oh, look at that, the tabs are different. That's okay, fuck it, we're just gonna push them on.
What do you mean the tabs are different?
It doesn't, see how it doesn't have the little thing in the center to lock it?
Oh.
It'll be fine.
Is that bad?
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Why are the tabs different?
Well, this obviously must fit some other model.
But they went in, right?
They sure did. Just because they don't lock in doesn't mean they ain't gonna work.
Okay.
Alright, well, let's hook the water hoses back up and see what happens. Alright, we've got the hoses connected here. Looks like I've got a little... Oh, I didn't quite get the red one on all the way. I gotta tighten it a bit more. Okay. Let's see. I don't see drips yet, so let's turn the warm back on. It's probably gonna leak. Oh, maybe not. Okay. How about the cold? Alright, no leaks. I'll obviously check on that again, but you know. So, alright. We're going to put it to warm.
This is what we usually do.
Yep. And then we just do like a rinse and spin.
Unless you want to...
Oh, you actually don't get to choose the water temperature at quick wash. Warm. Okay, let's do quick wash. Alright, so. Okay, door's locked. Pump is running. Tiny bit coming out there. Okay, well, I mean, that's a good sign. She's flowing. Feel warm. And I think I feel cold. Oh no, they're switching. Okay, now it's running the cold. Or no, it's running the warm. Christ, I can't even tell. Yeah, it's hard to tell.
It feels more cold.
But I mean, they're both working, so. I mean, no leaks yet. Let me look at the hoses in the back.
How much pressure goes through?
There's a good bit of pressure there.
Or is that just because you have them off?
No. Well, there might be a little drip there. Yeah, sometimes with these you just gotta grab a little pliers and snug them up a little bit, but that's not too bad. But I mean, the valve's closed, and the cycle is doing things. Oh, it's so dirty you can't tell a damn thing in there. Yeah, ooh, it's spinning. Ooh, fancy. Well, assuming it completes the cycle, I think it'll be good.
Are we just going to let it do this?
Yeah, we're going to let it run through this cycle and see what happens. Well, let's see. No water in the drum. No sloshy noises. And then, let's see. Now there's still another little drip. I might have to twist that just a little bit more with the pliers. But this is looking good. Feel the bottom here. Don't feel any leaks on the bottom. I think it's good. So, let's put the top back on it, and then should be good to maintain service for a long time. Awesome. Well, I will say the washers are a little more complex than the dryer, of course. So if you're not sure about diagnosing your own stuff, I can understand the concerns, but At least dryers are a little less complex. We barely dove into this thing. I fear the day that something worse goes wrong. But when that time comes, we'll see what that bridge might look like. I mean, I think we mentioned earlier, this thing was 7 years old when we bought it, and we've had it for almost 6 years now. So it's up there in its age, but certainly still works just fine, aside from a little, delamination and a little bit of maintenance. But I mean, I spent maybe $50 in parts, at best, all off of the Jungle website. So this looks pretty good. Pretty happy with the results. And I guess until the next thing breaks, we're good to go.